All right, Master Duel. This is so insane. There's so much stuff I want to talk about. I don't even know where to start. The last week has pretty much consisted of me reading through other people's opinion on this project, watching videos from other YouTubers, watching streamers, and the hype is real. And I cannot blame them. Most of my audience, most of you guys watching out there, play some sort of online simulator in their free time. My entire content so far has in some shape or form been based around online simulators. So for them to announce something like this, it just changes everything. The possibilities are endless if I look at other online trading card games like Magic the Gathering or Hearthstone. But one step at a time. This video is separated into several parts. We'll talk about the presentation of Master Duel at first. We'll move on to talk about content creation, what this means for the image of the game, collaborations they could plan, monetization. We'll talk about that, of course, as a bigger part of the video. This is sort of what everyone is talking about right now. And then also content-wise, what we could expect from the game. Let's get into it. When it comes to the presentation, it looked clean. It looked clean. The field layout, the card presentation, details like the crippling field as the life points got lower, looks like they put a lot of effort into the game. I like it very much. But one of the main issues I have had with Yu-Gi-Oh games in the past, Yu-Gi-Oh video games that is that they tend to go overboard with the animations a bit. And I get it, right? They want to trade efficiency or speed for smoothness or animations, flashy animations, which I guess is supposed to appeal to returning players, new players that know the anime. I don't want to see this from Master Duel at all. There has to be a way to skip the animations. Otherwise, you can throw efficient and smooth testing out of the window, right? The vibe of the whole presentation was that they want to recreate the real-life experience as authentically as possible. So I guess they're doing their best for it. I am still a bit worried though. Now that they made me care about the game, I don't want them to mess it up. But you also have to admit, the fact that they made me care in the first place is a heads up, good job, right? The presentation looked sick. I want to see more of this, and I want to see it implemented very, very well, just like in other online trading card games. That's my dream. To me personally, the most interesting point of speculation is how this simulator could affect the outlook of the game entirely. We've seen this, right? Magic, The Gathering, Arena, Hearthstone, Legends of Runeterra. These games are big for many reasons, one of them being that they can be live streamed on Twitch. They are presented professionally and people enjoy both playing and watching them. Yu-Gi-Oh has infamously been a game unpleasant to watch, not streamable. No one enjoys watching you play Dueling Book all day. And just a lack of this sort of game, a game like Master Duel, right? And this could and is bound to change. I can imagine constant collaborations between Konami and content creators, sponsorships for successful players as the game grows bigger, and more casual players being drawn into the game because it's just more fun to watch this game on Twitch as well. This could be big for the entire franchise and could also be an opportunity to wipe out a lot of the established cliches about the game, right? Yu-Gi-Oh is a children's card game. It's been dead for 10 years. Who even plays it? What even is it, right? Since this seems like a very big production made for the average consumer out there. Monetization. Of course, this is the one thing that could mess it all up, right? A weird subscription model, packs with identical pull rates to real life, no wildcard system. All of these would be pretty rough. People are speculating like crazy right now, everywhere, on how they're going to get their money from this game. From my point of view, it is absolutely impossible or dreaming that they make this a you pay only for cosmetics type of game. People are going to pay for this game. In fact, I know I'm going to pay for this game. So it is more so a question of how they're going to tackle making you pay for all of these cards, right? Once again, we can only speculate here, but one of the more clever approaches I have heard is, and that is something I can imagine as well, because obviously the problem is that you have 10,000 cards that you somehow need to, at least in theory, be able to obtain all of them, is that at the beginning of creating your account for Master Duel, you will be given a limited amount of in-game currency for the game, which will let you craft X amount of cards, which you can use for your first competitive deck. For each additional pack or card, you will need to grind intensively or pay for. This is the most realistic approach I've heard. Of course, another option would be that they give you 3 structure decks in the beginning and then you start grinding from there. However, I believe then it takes so much time to get to a reasonable amount of cards. And I think this will be one of the, this is one of the big appeals of this simulator, right? That you can test for real life events. So you will need the competitive deck that you have in real life. So that is why I believe having a limited number of their in-game currency at the beginning of the game will make it so you can craft your first deck. That would be a very good approach. One of the games I would like them to draw a bit of inspiration from is actually Magic the Gathering Arena. That game has completely sucked me in, and it is because of their system. In that game, you basically have two currencies, just as in Duel Links, coins and gems. Real life money or grinding buys you gems, gems buy you packs or let you enter events, and those events or packs give you access to wildcards. Now, where this system gets interesting is when you enter an event, let's say a draft, so that would be a sneak peek in Yu-Gi-Oh! For the cost of 750 gems, you open the packs from the draft, you get to keep those, but if you manage to win 7 games without losing more than twice, as a reward you get more gems plus some packs than you spent on the draft. As you open these packs that you won, you accumulate wildcard points, which eventually give you wildcards. And with those wildcards, you can draft your deck. In my opinion, this system is super addicting. I would welcome, such a system in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. At the end of the day, I do believe the monetization is not the thing that makes or breaks the game. Really, I see a lot of people saying that this will be the #1 factor, but I think people are going to pay for the game as long as it's not a turtle ripoff and as long as it is delivered well enough. I think those are the important factors. People pay for Magic the Gathering Arena, they pay for Hearthstone, they pay for Legend of Runeterra, so why not for Yu-Gi-Oh!, right? There are endless possibilities for this game. Events for old formats, draft-in formats, limited format, official online tournaments where you can win real pricing, price cards, playmats, and all the stuff we know from real-life tournaments. I have even seen people bring up esports, which I think could be a bit tricky. Usually they're very hesitant on giving out cash pricing. But one thing is for sure, Master Duel is opening a lot of doors for Konami, which I hope they will not just ignore or it will not just fall to the side. We should be hopeful, I believe. We should be realistic as well. From the looks of it, they're trying to recreate the real-life experience online as authentically as possible. They're looking into other online trading card games, copying some of their stuff, which I think is totally fine. I think we can be hopeful as long as they are listening to some degree what their player base is shouting for, which, of course, it's not a given. We are looking at a bright future for the game. Finally, a few words about the channel moving forward. As soon as Master Duel comes out, if it isn't a total disappointment, the entirety of the content of this channel will be moved to this platform exclusively, probably. This is honestly something I've waited for years, and I can't wait to film something on that game. I can't wait to stream that game. It's gonna be exciting. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about Master Duel? What do you expect out of this game? What do you think about the monetization, about the presentation, about content creators, sponsorships, all the stuff we've talked about in this video? And other than that, I hope you guys loved it, and I will see you in the next one, hopefully soon, with Master Duel.